you don't want to just drip your faucet. You want to have a good stream. You want both hot and cold mixed together, and that will definitely help keep things going. It's not a time to worry about the water bill. It doesn't. It only adds a few bucks maybe to your bill, but well worth keeping your water going. You want to do this on any sink that's on an outside wall, especially like this on a north wall. And doing that will help avoid a lot of water breaks and burst pipes. Another tip for your washer dryer area. This is an outside wall, so we basically went and opened up the wall right there so that warm air could get back there. Also, we put a board here and a fan here that I can turn on and blow warmer air above down in this area. That's the dryer area there. Another thing, if you need to, have a little electric heater that you can come over, turn on, set it on the low, plug it in directly to an outlet. Doesn't need to be a lot, but just circulates, brings sunlight heat over, down, and around through here. And that will definitely help. Another helpful tip, if you have a generator like this one, keep it inside your garage. Don't necessarily have gas in it, but keep it inside your garage over by the nearest door. So I got my vehicle here, got my generator here. That way it's easy to roll out here, plug in, run a cord through to the house, to the fridge. That's one of the main things. Now, if it's really cold out and you don't have a generator, stick your food on your front or back porch in the coolers or something. It's cold enough out, it'll keep it refrigerated just fine. Your freezer items too. But if you have a generator, have it by the back door so you can take it right out and use it. If you have a wood burning stove or fireplace, bring some of that wood in, put it in your garage so you have dry wood, because if it rains or snows or freezes and you can't get out to your wood as easy, or it's wet, you're not going to be able to use it. But if the power goes out and you want to use the fireplace, you just want to use the fireplace during a really cold snap anyways, you have access to it. We have some here. Just kind of keep around during the winter time because there is possibilities of issues as far as that. Another thing is, if you have a vehicle, put it in your garage when it's really cold out. It'll start easier. It'll just be better overall. And if you have a slanted, like 100-foot driveway like we have, it's on a hill. One year we had a truck we had slide down the hill almost all the way into the street. Thankfully we caught it, but it got so icy underneath that it was just sitting there parked, even with emergency brake on, doesn't matter, and it just started sliding downhill. So bring them in, keep them warm. It's not just for your pets, it's for your cars too. Another good tip, they're just good for all year round, is if you have single pane windows or even double pane windows. Yes, those are sewing machines, old sewing machines in our flower bed. Put some of this plastic stuff on, double stick tape. It helps keep your curtains closed, and that should help retain a lot of the heat and keep your indoor sewing machines nice and toasty. Older house with an attic vent that has louvers that go up and a huge fan to suck air through. You know, with one of these fan units on the wall. I won't do it right now because we have it covered. Get one of these insulated covers, because otherwise that warm air just goes right through there. That's not an insulated area of your attic. This will help insulate it and keep you warmer during those cold times. An empty bird feeder, which we're gonna fill up soon. It was just emptied out by the birds and the squirrels. We have this to keep the squirrels off, but they get in there anyways. Fill it up, keep it full during that time when it's really cold out, or the snow. When you get a cold snap, keep that full, keep the birdies fed. They're God's creatures, take care of them, that type of thing. If you have a birdhouse, things like that, to keep them in. Do whatever you need to do to keep them toasty and fed. Another tip, around your dryer vent, if you got an older house like ours, this one, it was just a rock and then the dryer vent and like some silicone around it. We went and put some fireproof expanding foam, high heat expanding foam all the way around the sides and underneath where there was a gap. Now there's still a lot of air that can get through here. It has a flap that opens and closes. Another thing you can do though is you take some matting and you just stuff it up in here on the outside of the flap, and that's something that can definitely help keep that flap closed and add a little insulation there. Don't stick it up in there, and most importantly, put a note on your dryer: do not operate unless you come out and remove this, and then you can use your dryer. Another tip, this is our outdoor faucet, one of two on this house, and even though it's one of those frost-free ones where the shutoff is inside the wall quite a ways, we still want to cover that up, especially when it's going to be below freezing and get really cold. And on top of that, or if you don't have cover, either way, take some batting, put it around that, put a plastic bag around it, cinch it up, and then you've got yourself a lot warmer little insulated quilt, you could say, or coat to hug that and just keep it nice and warm. Another thing is, if you have dogs or cats, bring them in during the cold times. If they're outdoor animals, but even so, bring them in, make sure they're warm. Our two dogs, Allie and Bohbin, this is Bohbin, they live inside most of the time, and if it's really cold out, they only go out for a short time, do their business, and we have them back in, and we're out there with them. If it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them. And make sure they're comfy too. Like Bobbin's got his own lazy boy right here, lazy boy couch. He's Prince Bohbin. He even got a nice warm blankie. And if they come in and they are cold, put a little quilt on them, keep them warm, keep them pampered, because they are your babies. Take care of them even like you would with a human baby, because they are your babies.